Good morning, everyone. It's day 4 of Autism Awareness Week. I'm still in my kitchen, and so far we've talked about diagnosis, what to do after diagnosis, and then disclosure. Today I want to talk more about how my autism affects me and the mental and physical aspects of how it affects me. And these aren't just related to someone that's autistic. I mean, everyone can suffer with a bad night's sleep, like I did last night, which is probably why I look a little bit jaded this morning. But that's not just because I had a bad night's sleep last night. It's just I've got a lot of things playing on my mind. But yeah, today I just wanted to talk about how my autism affects me mentally and physically. And the obvious things when you look into autism, it talks about repetitive behaviours, which is not something that I've identified in me, but there are patterns, and there are you hear of things about stimming and sensory repetitive behaviours and things, which are sort of more on the lowest autism's scale, more in terms of self-stimulation. Sort of my main issues are probably the anxiety, the social issues, and the sensory issues are probably the three main ones that I've picked up on, especially if you link that to dyspraxia. And dyspraxia is a sort of it's linked to a thing called proprioception, which is your self-awareness of where you are. So I find myself tripping up, banging into things. I'm forever covered in bruises. I can't walk through a doorway. It's just it's not good. Some weeks I kind of look like I've been in a war zone, but I've kind of come to terms with that. And it's, again, that's a neurodiversity thing. It's kind of on the spectrum in terms of, why that's there. But in terms of my autism, like I say, I touched on the social side, and I have noticed through my life that obviously I had friends at school, because you get what is called, I call it a forced social life. You go to school, you mix with the kids, and then as you leave school you tend to drift apart and you supposedly find new friends, but mine would tend to be work colleagues, and I just lost touch with people. And then I just found myself more comfortable in my own space and just being around a select few people, and now it's just me and the missus, and I like that. I enjoy that. I find that I don't have to make excuses, I don't make mistakes, and if I do, she doesn't judge me, she accepts me. So socially, it is a big thing for me. I do find that going into social situations is very stressful. But I'm quite an outgoing person, so I have developed coping mechanisms over the years, and that belies what you see on the surface, belies what actually I'm going through underneath. In terms of the anxiety issues, that just causes you all sorts of issues with your stomach. You're forever on a heightened state of alert, and that's not good. That every now and again you kind of crash. As a youngster, it's brilliant. You've got all this massive energy, and you can just you just go on and on. You can work for 12 and 14 hours, but you get into your 40s and your late 40s, and you're thinking, no, this starts to catch up with you, and you've got to. It's not just about coping mechanisms. Then you've got to realise and find other strategies, and it's difficult because it's a natural thing. And obviously the last bit is sensory, and as you can see, I wear glasses as it is, but I do find it difficulty with driving. I've always suffered with headaches. I think it's called scotopic sensitivity, which is an aversion to light. and smells, and extreme noise, or not even extreme noise. I pick up on things. So like I said, this week I'm not going in depth into issues. Just wanted to do brief videos. So I just wanted to touch on what things affect me in terms of my autism, and the sensory, the social aspect, and the anxiety are the main three. And I think I've kind of touched on those. So I'm going to leave it that one there, and I'll be back tomorrow, and I may expand a little bit more on certain issues, but we'll see. So have a good day, and a shout out to anyone that's subscribed or liked the video as well, the videos. Thanks very much, and speak to you again. Cheers, bye.